Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Andrew Martin from Andrew Martin Energy, and this is your weekly Oracle card reading for August 16th. Is it going to be the 16th? Yeah, it's going to be the 16th. I can't believe it's going to be August 16th. Well, technically it is August 16th when you're watching this, but I just happen to be recording it a couple of days before. And you know what? I think that's just a thing that we're going to have to accept. Andrew is always going to be incredulous and in disbelief as to what day it is, no matter what time of the year it is. And then I guarantee that at the beginning of next year in January, you're going to hear me say, oh my God, can you believe it? It's 2022 already. Hi everybody, welcome to your weekly Oracle card reading for Wednesday for Monday, August 16th, and the ensuing week. I hope you're doing well. Clearly, I'm a little bit giddy. I'm a little bit out of mind today, which is not surprising given the whopper energies that we are currently swimming through. I mean, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart emoji, give me a van down by the river, unicorn sliding down the rainbow. I mean, if you are feeling the same thing, if you're feeling that sense of like, my gosh, it is just non-stop. Like I said in last week's reading, once upon a time, things were intense forever, the end. But here's the deal, y'all. We're master creators. We are infinite, eternal beings of light who have done this countless times. So we've got this. We've got this. There is literally nothing that we cannot handle. There is literally nothing that we are not prepared for. And there is literally nothing in front of us that we currently cannot and are unable to contend with. So that's the good news. And then the rest of it we'll just kind of figure out as we go. So here's how we do it. I do one card for Monday, Tuesday, a second card for Wednesday, Thursday, and a third card for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I will draw a fourth card at the end, which will be the answer to your question. What that means essentially is that you have a second when we get to the end of the reading to pause, to take a moment to connect, and the card that I draw will be the answer to your question. Now, obviously, I'm reading for the collective here. So if you are looking for something that is more specific to you and to your experience, then you can book a private session by going to andrewmartin.energy. You can read the offerings tab on my website, and you can read all about the services that I offer. And by the way, you're going to see a lovely brand new site. This is something that I've totally failed to talk about. I've been in the midst of redoing my site for the past couple of months, and it's live and it's ready to go, and here we are, and I'm super excited for you to check it out. So please take a look around. I would love your feedback. If anything's not working, if anything looks kind of wonky, feel free to shoot me a message, but I'm really excited. So go to my website even just to check it out and also to book a reading. While you're doing that, I'm going to shuffle these cards, get them woken up, get the energies moving and flowing. But before I do that, I'm going to ask what I normally ask here. Please take a moment and subscribe, turn on the notifications bell, and if you like this reading, go ahead and please share it with your networks and your groups of people. And also, I forgot that I have to do my spiel about my events. I'm just going to tell you I have some amazing events on tap for you this month. All of the links are in the descriptions below. Feel free to read about them if you're interested. You can also read about the events on my website, andrewmartin.energy, on the events tab. All right, enough chit chat, enough jibber jabber. I'm going to take a second to shuffle these cards, get them moving, and then we will begin. I'll see you in a second. All right, another marathon shuffle. My God, those cards just did not want to come online today. I don't know what was up, but they were taking forever. Okay, so there's our card for Monday, Tuesday. Interesting. There's our card for Wednesday, Thursday, and there's our card for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then as always, we will draw the card for the question at the end of the reading. Let's see. Actually, I need some water first. Hopefully I won't choke on a piece of ice. Okay, let's start before I harm myself. So here we go. The card for Monday, Tuesday. Very, very interesting here. I have to say, this is the second week in a row that a card from last week's reading has showed up in the beginning of the reading. And so here we have the spiritual union card. The message here to me is very, very clear. This is a continuation of last week. You are still coming into union with yourself. You are still coming into union with this galactic self that has emerged. This is the theme of the month, y'all. I talked about this at the beginning of the month with my August video. We're talking about this in this month's Void series, the galactic self. And then at the end of the month when we're doing the transformation circle, again, the theme is the galactic self. I don't know how to make this any clearer, so I will just repeat it as clearly as I can one more time. We are currently in the midst of a very, very deep merging with self. When I say that we are merging with levels of self that we have not had access to in our body, right? These levels of self have they've been connected to us. They've obviously been a part of our experience. But in terms of the embodiment, in terms of us being able to house and hold this frequency, this energy, this level of awareness and intelligence within the physical self is unprecedented. We have never done this before. So the message from Monday and Tuesday is continue to allow this merging to occur. Continue to allow the descension of these higher aspects as you continue to ascend and meet them. This is really what's happening. As we clear ourselves, as we release, as we heal, as we integrate, we create space in our field. Our field, the geometry of it becomes more crystalline. So we are essentially expanding outward through these levels of geometry and through these levels of density and through these levels of awareness. And as we clear ourselves, we are essentially becoming lighter. We raise our frequency, we raise our vibration, our structure, our physical body, our geometry, our emotional body. All of us is becoming crystalline. All of us is becoming lighter and more refined and more, transparent is the best way that I can use to describe it. So it's a lack of density. And as we raise our frequency and our vibration, we are essentially ascending through these layers of awareness, through these different dimensions of reality. That allows our higher aspects to also come and meet us. So they are essentially descending. They are adjusting their vibration a little bit so that they can meet us. So let's say we're coming from the 4th dimension, they're coming from the 9th dimension. They lower themselves, we raise ourselves, and we meet somewhere between the upper 4th and the lower 6th dimension. That essentially is what we are in the process of. You are beginning to receive levels of self in a way that is very real and that is very actual that you have never received before. So Monday and Tuesday, continue to allow this unification to occur. I also referred to this last week in the reading about the Vesica Piscis, and you can see here the image of their foreheads coming together is creating this opening. It's creating this portal, and that is the Vesica Piscis, which essentially is the birth canal of the universe. It's essentially the cosmic vagina. It is the birthing of self. And so when the masculine and the feminine have come into balance, when your two pillars of self have come into balance, you are creating the pyramid, right? I've talked about this before. So when the right angle and the left angle, the bases of the pyramid are completely in balance, what that does is it opens up a portal for the child to descend. And that is what is happening here with this portal. The Vesica Piscis is the channel. It is the cosmic portal for the eternal, infinite, indelible self, the creator self, the child, the Christed self, whatever you want to call it. Your work to balance yourself has created this portal. It has opened the channel. You are in the process of giving birth to the new version of self. So when we are in these processes, when we're in these phases, you are the one being born, you are the one giving birth, you are also the midwife, you're also the nurse, you're also the assistant, you're the attendant, you're the angel from above watching it all happen, you're the one that, so all of it is you. And all of it is in play. And all of it is in flux. So for Monday and Tuesday, I would say you're probably not going to have a lot of energy to do much of anything else other than simply be. And if you can swing it, I would do whatever I could on Monday and Tuesday to get quiet, to get still, to go within, to find some silence, to find some solitude, to find some isolation, call out sick, take a day off, take a vacation, whatever, and just be in your own field, be in your own bubble, be in your own energy. I also talked about this in the August energy forecast, that we were going to feel this sense this month of just wanting to stay in our bubble, wanting to stay very, very close and very clear to ourselves. So for Monday and Tuesday, allow it to happen. Allow this process to continue and allow yourself to continue to merge with yourself so that the child, the eternal, infinite, indelible Christ itself can move through this channel, through this portal, and then it begins to fill the cup. It begins to fill the vessel with the truth, with love, with compassion, with authority, with authenticity, with sovereignty. Everything that you want is coming through this channel, my friends. So don't stop it. Don't block it. Just breathe, release, and allow. Yeah? Awesome. So here we go. A continuation. And we've seen this card several times over the past couple of months. So this is for Wednesday, Thursday, rest and rejuvenate. Pretty clear and pretty much just a continuation of this message. We see this person in the woods by themselves, essentially just meditating, just being, and just sending and receiving energy and information from you to you. So what I would do on Wednesday and Thursday, man, if you can, just take the whole week off. Honestly, just find a way, or work from home, whatever you can do to kind of increase the amount of time that you're spending in your own energy field, in your own bubble, and by yourself. And rest and rejuvenate is a really, really key piece of this, because as these aspects of self come home and they essentially are, moving into your field, into yourself, into your body, they're going to have a lot of information for you. They're going to have a lot of downloads for you. And many of us may be feeling that sense of like, God, I'm just tired. I'm so depleted. I just want to sleep. I just want to rest. Because I find that integration and embodiment for myself is often the time when I am the most tired, the least energetic, the least inspired, have the least amount of get up and go. And when I'm in a deep phase of embodiment and integration, I just kind of have to let go and just be present with myself and really kind of clear my calendar. So for Wednesday and Thursday, I would do whatever I could to honor the need to rest, honor the need to stop, honor the need for stillness and solitude, so that you can rejuvenate. Because to me, rejuvenation is integration. To me, as we take on these bits of information, as we take on these layers of knowledge, as we embody this wisdom that our other aspects are holding for us, and we have this experience of it now coming online within us, it does raise the bar. It does heighten and brighten and lighten everything. It does expand our awareness, but it also takes some energy for the body to integrate it, to kind of put it where it needs to go. Think of it as like when you get a software update for your phone or for your computer, that information is downloaded, but then it has to stop and things have to reboot. Usually the device has to turn off and come back online for all of that information and that knowledge to be unboxed and put where it needs to go. So that's kind of the message I'm getting for Wednesday and Thursday, is you might need to reboot. So if you need to take time off, do it. If you need to go get a massage and you can swing it, do it. Salt baths, earthing, grounding, meditation, massage, Reiki, yoga, stretching, mild exercise, just gentle walking, anything that you can do to support your body in its need and its requirement for rest and rejuvenation. Because ultimately what I find is, on the other side of a deep integration and realization phase, it is rejuvenating. It is like ping, like suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, I have all this energy, I have all this insight, I have all this inspiration, I have all this, energy just flowing through me, and it's got, I got to do something with it. So you may feel after the midweek, as we move towards the weekend, and the card for the weekend is sort of supporting this, you may feel all of a sudden like just this sense of ping. It's like this awareness. It's like something just turned on. So again, Wednesday and Thursday is a continuation of Monday, Tuesday. Just do whatever you can to slow it down, to take the time to rest and rejuvenate and recharge. Yeah, looks good. Wonderful. So now we're looking at Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And hello, what was I just talking about? Wisdom. Hello. In this deck, we've got the black border. Again, I like the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. This is a beautiful, wonderful oracle deck based on the traditional tarot. And in this deck, anything that has a black border denotes a card that is the major arcana in the traditional tarot. So essentially what that means is just a big theme. It's like a 24-point bold font kind of in your face flashing message. And what I see here, again, after we're resting and rejuvenating midweek, then what happens? All this wisdom is unboxing itself. And in the traditional tarot, this is the Hermit. Now, what I see here is interesting. So this person is not facing us. This being is facing away from us. So this being is moving forward. This being is taking a step. This person is on the path forward. They're moving. They're making choices, and there's some momentum. There is some momentum that has been released that allows them now to take that wave of energy and begin to ride it forward. And wisdom, to me, the difference between wisdom and knowledge is wisdom is knowledge that is lived. And what I mean by that is wisdom is when you take something that you feel is true or is true, and you apply it to your own experience, you apply it to your own life, and now you have an example of what happens when you apply it, right? You can say to yourself, wow, man, when I walk around embodying, the concepts of infinite love and eternal compassion, or whatever, unconditional love and infinite compassion, then I have this sense of like this new vibration. There's this new frequency. So essentially, wisdom is what happens when you apply the truth that you have learned to your own life, and then you have evidence or proof that it works, or that it, is congruent or lines you up. And so now the mind is on board. To me, wisdom is when all layers of self are invested in something. Wisdom is when all layers of self support something because there's no incongruence. There's nothing that is standing opposite or opposing or in the way of this forward momentum and this progress. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday is telling me you are becoming congruent now, and all of you is moving forward, and these aspects of self that are moving in with this galactic self merging, they have so much knowledge for you. They have so much information for you. And here is the juicy, juicy bonus. The wisdom comes from these aspects of you that have lived their experiences. And as they integrate, it's like you get the benefit of their having lived it and gone through it, and you don't have to do it. So it's like an aspect of you or a part of you has an experience, records the experience on like a little thumb drive. He comes home and says, hey, here you go, plug this into your computer. You plug it into your hardware, it downloads the experience into the memory, into the record of your experience. So now the wisdom that you bring to yourself, you don't have to go through all of that anymore. This is the beauty of all of this, y'all. And this is why I have been saying, and please listen, this is why the human requires a physical lens. This is why we are all going through such intense up and down, over the top, never seen before, mind-blowing stuff in our physical life, is because when it happens at the physical level, it is then recorded into the grids that run through and around this planet, this galaxy, this universe. And so it's the same thing. When the future generations now come online, they can tap into that library of our lived experience, and they don't have to go through all the things that we've gone through. It's the same thing with the levels of self that are coming home. They have had the experience, so you don't have to go through it. You just have to allow the download and the integration of this information so that you can receive the experience without having to live it. Do you feel me? Do you understand? So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and as these layers continue to come home through the end of the year. This is not just for August. From now, and I've been saying this for a couple of weeks too, from where we are now, this is the least intense it's going to be for the rest of the year. We are continuing to stair step up this path of ascension, and part of it now is coming into, a crossroads or an intersection with these layers of self. And when you do, it's like, bam, there's this merging that happens, and now suddenly all of them becomes you, all of you becomes them, and you are now integrated, embodying layers of self that it's like, pop, all of a sudden you just have this new level of awareness. There's this new wellspring of information and knowledge available to you through the experience that you have lived as a different version of self. I know that sounds kind of crazy, and perhaps it's making your mind feel a little bit like scrambled spaghetti, and that's a good thing. I have been saying this too. I guess this is just Andrew's greatest hits. This is not a thinking thing. This is a feeling thing. This is an allowing thing. This is a being thing. And even if the mind doesn't get it, even if the mind doesn't understand it, even if the mind is like, what? That's okay. Just let it happen, let it in, let it up, let it out, and just trust that whatever is moving and shaking on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this is you coming home and making the changes that need to be made in order to plug you into the timeline of your highest expression. So, wisdom, moving forward, carrying this book of your experience, your own Akashic record, essentially, your own personal library of everything that you and every level of awareness, intelligence, and beings that are attached or connected or a part of the experience of you are moving forward with this wisdom. And look, there's people ready to greet you. There are people ready to welcome you. There's even a cute little puppy who is walking you to the door. So you are not bereft. You are not alone. You are not without. We're just in a moment right now where we're on the bridge. And when we're on a bridge moment, we are moving from one way of being to a new way of being. And when we're on the bridge, it never makes sense because the bridge is not where we live. The bridge is not where we stop. It's not where we set up shop. Sure, we can take a break. We can take a nap. We can have some lunch on the bridge. But the bridge is not where we live. It's not where we're ending. It's not the destination. So when you're on the bridge, the mind doesn't quite get it because the mind is just always looking for the finish line. So the bridge is the place where you just have to remind yourself, keep going. We're not there yet. Keep going. We're not there yet. Keep going. We're not there yet. So on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, allow your yourself to continue to be moved towards this new life, or pulled towards this new life, called towards this new life, or sometimes it feels like you're being shoved towards this new life. And this new life is just a new version of your reality. It is exalted, it is crystalline, it is liberated, it is sovereign, it is clear, but you have to allow it. And the cost is the old self, the old beliefs, the old stuff, the old density, the old crap, the history of brokenness and limitation. It's done. It's over. You have what you need. You've lived it. And you with a capital Y. So if maybe not you, the human that is receiving this, but an aspect of you has lived it so that you don't have to. So allow this information to come in for you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ask all the questions you want. Investigate, dialogue, converse, commune with these layers of self as they come in. Ask them what their story is. Ask them what they want you to know. Ask them what they can share with you, and just receive. Just allow and receive and integrate, because this whole week to me looks like a big one of integration. It looks like a big one of like lots of stuff happening inside. So you may not necessarily be busy on the outside. So it might be one of those weeks, people, what are you up to? What are you doing? Oh, I'm really, really busy. And then you go and sit your ass down and take a nap. That's what I would do. Yes, good. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to draw the card for your question. So this is how we do it. You can take a second to pause the video, get quiet, connect, think of a question, or allow the question to emerge, or just, ask your question. And then the card that I'm going to draw in just about 3, 2, 1 is going to be your answer. Here we go. All right, cards. What is the answer? Oh, I love this. I love when we get dun 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 dun. The solar plexus chakra. I love this card for your answer, because the answer and solar plexus is all about identity. It's all about how does the divine know itself in form. It's all about how does the eternal know itself in the fields of finite experience, because that's what right? I mean, essentially what we came here to do is infinite beings of light. We are infinite beings, limitless beings who came to play in the fields of limitation. And so the solar plexus is the seat of that identity. It is the seat of how the divine knows itself in form. So the answer to your question is, don't forget who you are. Don't say yes to something that's half of what you want. Don't say yes to a maybe. Don't say yes to something that's a consolation prize. Don't say yes to the thing that you think just stop. Stop selling yourself short. Stop forgetting who you are. Do you really know the truth of who you are? Do you really know how powerful you are? Because if you did, you would not hesitate for a second to say no to something that is less than the greatness that you are. To say yes to something that is less than the stellar, divine, brilliant light that you are. So the answer to your question is, why would you say yes to something that would insult you? Why would you say yes to something that's not even 50% of what you want and not even 50% of what you can have? So the answer to your question, say yes if you want, but be really, really sure that you are saying yes to the thing that you really, really want. You're saying yes to the thing that you really, really desire. That you're not falling into this old habit of like, well, I guess this is the best I can have. Oh, I guess I'm just unlucky in love. Oh, I guess it's just not for me. Oh, I guess I'm always the bridesmaid and never the bride. If that's what you want, baby, you can continue to carry around that second place runner-up consolation prize mentality if you want to. But why would you? Why would you? Why would you say yes to something that is less than? Why would you say yes to something that insults you, that sells you short, doesn't really give you what you really want? So I would say no and watch what happens. Because sometimes spirit shows up not as a test, but as an opportunity for us to reclaim what it is that we really are here for. So sometimes we get what we've asked for, only to realize that A, I didn't really want it, and B, I could have so much more. Why am I wasting my time settling for second best? So the answer to your question is, be really, really clear on what you're saying yes to, and be sure that what part of you is saying yes is the clearest, brightest, surest part of you. And if there's part of you that's feeling insecure, if there's part of you that's feeling like, I don't think I can have it, I don't think it's for me, baby, that's okay. You pull that part of you close and you say, honey, I love you. But I will never say yes to something that is an insult to who and what you are. So until such time as you are ready to believe how fabulous you are, stick with me because I know how fabulous we are. And if you watch me long enough, you'll begin to believe it too. So that is the answer to your question. Done. Thank you as always for watching. I love you so, so much. Mwah. Have a fabulous week. I'll talk to you soon.